Some of the biggest tax changes may not apply the same way here in South Carolina, at least not yet. Certified public accountant Angie Brazell is here with us to explain why state conformity issues, changes to itemized deductions, and what taxpayers need to know before you file. So good to see you again, Angie.
Too.
Let's go ahead and talk about the SALT deduction cap. So that's increasing at the federal level. So who benefits from this change?
Yeah, so if you itemize your deductions, the previous tax bill only allowed you to take $10,000 for state and local taxes. That would be income taxes, property taxes, car taxes. So now that is being increased to $40,000 if you're under a certain income level, which is $500,000. So you will get potentially an additional $30,000 of deductions that you weren't previously allowed.
How long would this last, though?
So a lot of these new provisions are temporary.
Okay.
So this one is actually $40,000 for 2025, and then it will go up 1% per year, and the $500,000 limit goes up 1% per year as well.
Okay.
But then I believe in 2030 maybe, this actually reverts back down to the $10,000 amount.
Okay. We have some time before
Got
that.
some time.
Yeah, okay. We got some time before that one. Okay, new savings options. They're called Trump accounts for children. What is this?
So we've never seen this before, but there is a provision that now it's to encourage savings is basically what it is, for families to start saving early. So you can fill out a form. I believe it's a 45, 47, and they'll have an online portal at some point. It's just not up and running yet. But you can fill out that form and said, hey, I have a new baby in 2025. This is the baby's information. Please put $1,000 in my kid's account. And I think July, the website says they're going to start funding these accounts. And then parents can also contribute up to $5,000 a year to them. It doesn't appear there's any tax deduction to do that. So you could just take the $1,000 seed money from the government and let it grow. It stays invested in the S&P 500. And it grows over time, and when your child turns 18, it becomes their money to use.
To do whatever they want with it.
Yeah.
A lot of these provisions are coming in 2026, right? So that includes changes to charitable deductions, and then I have here gaming losses. So what should higher income taxpayers be aware of with this?
Yeah, so with charitable contributions, they have two new provisions that will come into effect for 2026. So if you take the standard deduction, you'll now be allowed to also get a little bit of benefit for your charitable contributions, which you're not previously allowed to do that. There was a little short-term COVID provision that allowed that. But you'll be able to take $1,000 for individual return, $2,000 for married filing joint, in addition to your standard deduction. But if you are an itemizer, you're actually going to see a loss of some of your charitable contributions. So they've now created a 0.5% of your adjusted gross income floor that you have to overcome before you can start taking the deduction for your charitable contributions.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, a lot of different changes that are going on in here. My last thing is that the IRS is saying do everything online now, right?
Yes, they are definitely pushing for electronic direct deposits of refunds and electronic payments for everything.
Okay.
So if you have a payment to make and you mail a check, you may receive a follow-up notice from the IRS saying, either we're not going to accept your check, you need to pay online, or it may say, hey, we'll accept it this time, but next time you need to pay online. So we're encouraging all of our clients to go ahead and set up irs.gov accounts. It's a super easy process, but you can make payments through that. You can see your payment history. You can actually access your tax return transcripts, see notices that are sent to you. So there's a lot of great information on that IRS website that you could take advantage of as well.
Okay, so that's good. And guess what? If they don't take it, you'll get an email. Somebody will tell you. Somebody will tell you can do it. Angie, thank you so much for really breaking this all down for us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Alrighty, guys, there is so much that we just covered. Don't worry, we are going to put all of this on our website, WLTX.com, so you can learn more information, all of course, before you file.